Episode 248. In Glory, the further the game progresses, the less weight early game dungeon records carry. Take the Frost Forest dungeon record, for instance. When everyone was around level 20, getting that record on the leaderboard made people think, wow, that team is amazing. This guild is really impressive. But that impressive reputation won't maintain itself automatically. They need to keep making their mark in the record wars, and also secure a place on the leaderboards for the current top-tier dungeons. Because the highest level dungeons are what the majority of players focus on. Even new players just starting out, those around level 20, the fierce competition they see unfolding. It wasn't in the Frost Forest they were currently farming, but in the top Tier 1 Line Gorge. At this level, getting your name on the broadcast a few times in the One Line Canyon dungeon record race is more valuable than rewriting the Frost Forest record, even if you don't end up holding the top spot. Ultimately, the one who secures the record is the strongest symbol. Every veteran player knows this truth. Chen Yehui's proposed action is also based on this principle. They didn't need to completely wipe out Lord Grimm and his crew. Just restricting their progress, slowing their leveling speed, was enough. With that gap created, the front, running dungeon records would naturally be contested by the major guilds. By the time Lord Grimm leveled up enough to challenge that dungeon record, the major guilds and all the top-tier players would have long since moved on, their focus already fixed on the next level dungeons. Once that level gap is established, no matter how formidable Lord Grimm is, the impact his dungeon records have on the guilds is significantly diminished. The veteran players, well aware of the stakes, knew deep down that even Lord Grimm, at level 27, was no longer worth their time. Besides, this was just a lackey, a level 27 Blade Master. Many typed in Lu Mu to search and confirm. Once they did, their previously fierce demeanor vanished on the spot. Everyone was already turning to leave. Those who were a bit slow on the uptake got a friendly reminder from the others.
Forget that trash! Go after Lord Grimm, don't let him get away!
Huang Xiaoshen was stung to hear the word trash being applied to him as a pro player. As pro players, they all had some resistance to trash talk. A single trash wasn't enough to provoke many. Huang Xiaoshen was no exception. But when faced with trash talk's provocation, everyone reacts differently. Some remain calm, while others react with force. As the undisputed master of trash talk in the Alliance, the man for whom the rules were changed, Huang Xiaoshen was undoubtedly the latter.
Fuck!
A voice, almost a roar, rang out from the woods.
Who was the one who just called me trash? Hold it right there! Let me teach you how to spell the trash!
Huang Xiaoshen's alt account, Liu Mu, actually turned around and gave chase.
Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Running away, a whole group of level 33s scared of a little level 27 Blade Master. If I'm trash, then what does that make you? Worse than trash, what does that make you? You're non-recyclable trash, worthless waste. That's right, I'm talking about you lot. Running away. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 pieces of trash. Running in perfect formation. So you're all lining up to get recycled, huh? But you've forgotten, haven't you? You can't be recycled. Now you're getting it. Go dig a hole and bury yourselves. Stop polluting the environment. Your very existence is a waste of every second. Show your mom.
Finally, a player charged out from the team. A Blade Master, just like Huang Xiaoshen. But he wasn't the only one itching to make a move. He was just a fraction of a second ahead. As he burst out, his roar made Huang Xiaoshen shut up for a moment. This rare moment of quiet gave the already agitated crowd a brief chance to clear their heads of impulse.
Was it you just now? Another Blade Master. But you don't seem like your average Blade Master. Look at you, so eager to rush out and meet your death. Karibia, you're actually the legendary all.
Using homophones just doesn't work well in voice chat. Huang Xiaoshen swiftly adjusted the font. Then, a massive text bubble floated up after the words "a legendary," written in the 25th size of Glory's extreme font, boldly stating, "Jianpi," the Jian for scoundrel. The cousin guessed, and the two characters were in bold.
A scoundrel, 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 scoundrel.
How fast was Huang Xiaoshen's APM In the blink of an eye, a row of text bubbles, in the largest, boldest font. The sword scoundrel text bubble shot skyward. The level 33 Blade Master was livid. Without a word, he swung his sword and charged. That's the essence of trash talk. Mostly sarcasm, mockery, even personal attacks. For a master like Huang Xiaoshen, these words require no build-up, no genuine feeling. He could fire off a verbal barrage even at a rock. He didn't truly harbor such malicious intent. This was just his habitual way of competing. But in official matches, all that trash talk is displayed as text on the side. Here in the game, it's actual voice chat. Way more impactful. On top of that, your average player has never been on the receiving end of such high-level trash talk. Forget the clever phrasing. The real killer was the blistering APM, a relentless, non-stop barrage. Yingguan. Huang Xiaoshen's trash talk isn't a single, devastating ultimate move. It's a combo, an endless, relentless torrent that makes you desperately want to strangle him, just to make him shut up. Since the second wave of trash talk was a targeted taunt aimed solely at this Blade Master, the other players who weren't being mocked immediately felt a lot better. For the moment, no conflict erupted. Seeing that Blade Master had already charged forward, they regained their composure quickly.
Hey brother, you handle this. We'll go after Lord Grim.
Someone shouted, then took off after Lord Grim. The others gave chase at once. No one really took the level 27 Blade Master seriously. The insulted Blade Master didn't even grunt. His focus was now solely on Huang Xiaoshen's Blade Master, Lu Mu. Raising his lightsaber, the rider unleashed a Berserker's Mountain, shattering strike, a clear expression of his surging desire to chop Lu Mu into 1,000 pieces. Huang Xiaoshen might have been talking a lot and seemed agitated, but his mind was ice cold, his judgment razor sharp. He didn't need this mountain crusher to force Lu Mu to dodge. His opponent was clearly the one being too hasty. He'd used that skill too early. It would never land on Lu Mu. After all, his opponent was an elite player. He'd launched the mountain crusher mid-air, but realized it was a mistake. The attack fell short, unable to reach Lu Mu, and Lu Mu himself seemed perfectly aware of that fact. He stood his ground, not moving an inch. The mountain crusher landed, its shockwave sending blades of grass flying in all directions, licking at Lu Mu's flank. Yet he didn't budge an inch. He knew all too well. This strike wouldn't harm him in the slightest.
Sword slap.
Draw sword slash! Huang Xiaoshen gave a fierce shout, initiating the move!
If this weren't a game, that Blade Master's head would have been split open like a watermelon. It was all because this was a game, and that was a draw sword slash. The Blade Master was sent flying, caught in the Mountain Breaker's recovery frames.
Uppercut.
Huang Xiaoshen was like a Saint Seiya, shouting out the names of his skills as he unleashed them. With a single upward slash, he sent the airborne Blade Master skyward, then followed up with a triple slash. This skill was typically used by Blade Masters for rapid repositioning, but Huang Xiaoshen was using it to attack. Lu Mu slid out a step, his first slash already cleaving into the airborne Blade Master. Then, on the second step, Lu Mu abruptly changed direction, sliding out diagonally. The second slash still struck the airborne Blade Master squarely. The third step and the third strike followed suit. What should have been a straightforward triple slash, under Huang Xiaoshen's control, executed a second directional change. Many players could probably pull off the first part, but to land all three strikes on a target launched directly overhead, that's no ordinary feat.
Uppercut.
After triple slash, as soon as his shortest cooldown skill, uppercut, was ready, Huang Xiaoshen shouted and swung his blade upward again.
Double stab. Silver light drop. Upward slash. Draw sword slash. Triple slash.
Huang Xiaoshen kept shouting the names of his skills. Look at the sword. Was just a basic attack, raining down from the sky, then sweeping up from the ground. This elite Blade Master wasn't unwilling to fight back, but under Huang Xiaoshen's relentless assault, he couldn't find a single opening. he had no idea how to counterattack. By the time he figured out how to counter, that last strike was already ancient history. All he could do was frantically mash his keyboard, trying to luck into a skill that would break him free from this relentless combo. But it was all for nothing. Even his wild, flailing attacks seemed to be part of the opponent's calculations, each one interrupted mid-swing. Each and every one of his moves was countered.